It's time somebody put on the 2019 hat.
Back in the saddle again, boys. Let's get that solitaire.
Roads look totally different.
It's the first day of 2019 and we're off on another birding adventure. In the past, our goal on the first of the year has been simple, to see as many birds as possible. Today, we're turning our attention to some of the rarest birds in the state, including the first state record Hammond's Flycatcher. Our route is taking us out west to the border of Iowa in Grant County and slowly making our way back east. After a 2-hour drive in the darkness, we met up with Rob and headed to our first destination in hopes of finding some birds before sunrise.
What up, Rob?
What's up, dude? Ready for some first of the year action?
With the winds blowing and a fresh layer of snow blanketing the trees, the woods were extremely quiet. It took almost until sunrise to hear our first bird of 2019.
Are we counting that?
Oh, you have to.
Rob, why don't you tell the viewers what it was?
We had an American tree sparrow.
Made the faintest little chirp.
The faint chirp of the American tree sparrow marked the first in a string of birds seen along the road en route to our first daytime destination.
Look at this cardinal's chirping. So we've gotten some good birds just from the road so far. None of our target species yet. We picked up a kestrel, we saw some crows, got some cardinals, so hopefully we'll continue to see stuff and get some of these rarities that we're targeting.
Our first daylight stop was along the Mississippi River near the Iowa-Wisconsin border at a location known as Eagle Point. Here we braved the cold winds and surveyed the open water. We managed to pick up a handful of new species including Canada geese, common goldeneye, and ring-billed gull.
It was supposed to be warmer this year on the first. I don't know if it is.
In the forest lining the road, we added some other usual suspects. Along with the more common birds, we also found a summer holdover when Rob noticed a song sparrow flocking with the tree sparrows. This species is numerous throughout much of the year, but are much more difficult to find during the winter months. We moved on from the Mississippi and traveled just a few minutes inland to the small town of Cayer. Here we met up with Bill and searched for Eurasian tree sparrows.
There he is. What are you doing?
What's up?
How's it going?
Dude, that's the only spot I've seen any birds is on that brush pile or in that bush over there behind the school bus. Good morning.
Eurasian tree sparrows are rarely reported in Wisconsin, but do get reported along the Mississippi in both Iowa and Illinois. We surveyed the bird feeders and brush piles, picking up several other species in the process. After combing through every house sparrow without being able to find a Eurasian tree sparrow, we moved on to the open fields in hopes of getting a look at a gray partridge. Gray partridges are extremely difficult to find in Wisconsin, but are occasionally seen in the Southwest. We spent the next few hours looking without success. We did, however, find a few other first of years to add to our list, such as horned lark, tufted titmouse, pileated woodpecker, and Cooper's hawk. After missing on the gray partridges, we moved on to try and find the bird that we most wanted to see, the Hammond's flycatcher. Usually found in the western half of the United States, the Hammond's flycatcher was first reported in Wisconsin in December of 2018 and had been seen the day prior. With colder temperatures coming in, we weren't sure it would still be findable. As we arrived, we saw birders with cameras out excitedly pointing across the road.
Where is it?
It's right next to the fence post.
He hasn't been around all morning until
That's what we do.
Right next to the fence pole.
How long have you been waiting for him?
I've been here since 10:15.
Oh yeah.
This dude's a hardy little guy.
He looks gold though. The Hammond's flycatcher is a rare Wisconsin visitor from the western United States. This individual is the first accepted Wisconsin state record. They look extremely similar to other flycatchers but have longer primary feathers. They feed mostly on insects and are often seen perching on tree branches.
Rob Hammond's flycatcher 2 years in a row.
Heck yeah. 2 years in a row, 2 weeks in a row.
Rob, you gotta say, Hammond's!
Hammonds! Hammonds! I should have seen me after the Ivory Gull. I was yelling at like post office workers to go see the Ivory Gull at Canal Park. Making a complete boo-boo myself.
Go see the Ivory Gull!
There's an Ivory Gull at Canal Park! Should go see it!
Sound like an indie band guy trying to promote a show. My band Ivory Gull's playing at Canal Park. Go see it!
Before it gets eaten by the falcon.
Feeling rejuvenated by seeing the Hammond's flycatcher, we felt that our luck had finally changed. We decided to spend time searching for golden eagles around the bluffs in the area where they are normally seen. We managed to find several bald eagles and a ringneck pheasant in a field along the road, but struck out on finding any golden eagles. It's kind of frustrating because I know there's one around there, but we just couldn't spot it. After scanning the skies with no luck, we made our way to Arena to try to find a red-shouldered hawk that lives in the area. Even though the snow-covered trees and blue sky made for beautiful landscape, the hawk was nowhere to be found, and we started to once again feel deflated. It's nice here. I feel like we've struck out a lot still. The Hammond's was big, but we missed golden eagle, missed everything else.
Yep.
I have just 30 species of birds so far. Only a couple hours of light left. It's pretty dire. Pretty dire. We made a quick stop at the Prairie du Sac Dam where we added herring gull before our final stop at Devil's Lake State Park. Here we hope to find a Townsend solitaire that had been reported earlier in the winter. We took a minute to watch a white-breasted nuthatch before making the climb up the Balance Rock Trail.
That's phenomenal. It looks so at home with the snow.
Merry Christmas.
Almost at the top.
Sort of.
Well, there it is.
Once at the top of the trail, we began looking for the solitaire, in the process picking up our first owl species of 2019.
We just had a barred owl call. We've been up here for about an hour just looking, listening. There's a lot of other people up here, and we think maybe that has something to do with us not being able to find it. So we're going to head back down. Maybe we'll be able to get a look up, but all my extremities are pretty cold, and we're going to see if we can hear some owls. We did hear a barred owl call just once, but that was about it for activity.
We made our way back down the bluff, never having seen the Townsend solitaire. While we were certainly discouraged, we had one more sighting of a somewhat rare bird to end our day. Well, we just had a flyover flock of geese that had a couple cackling geese mixed in. So we now have officially had the weirdest day ever, where we whiffed on almost everything. found the rarest bird in the state, and now added a flyover cackling goose at a location where we whiffed on other rare birds. By the time we left Devil's Lake, the light had faded. As we drove, we reflected on our first day of 2019. Seeing the rare Hammond's flycatcher left us with a feeling of contentment, but going just 1 for 6 on target species and seeing just 37 species overall left us feeling like we failed. There will surely be days when we see all of our target birds, but a day like this is a reminder that it isn't always easy. Nevertheless, spending a day traversing the incredible landscape of Wisconsin's Southwest can never be considered a waste of time, no matter what birds are seen or remain unseen. Join us next time, and thanks for watching this episode of Badgerland Birding.
Why'd you just look at the camera and say Harris's sparrow?
Because somebody last year found a Harris's sparrow. You don't want to get psyched about that? Do you not want to get psyched about that?
You didn't seem psyched, you were just like reiterating it.
You're going to be difficult all trip?
Yep.
Around this loop.
There were some juncos in the RV.
In the RV?
Yeah. They're snowbirds.
Rob and I almost died, but we're good.
It's hard to believe that much spark is coming off of that thing.
Right.
He's great.
What's your paw made out of? Flint and steel? Hammonds!
Yo.
The Hammonds!
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 Rob, you gotta say, Hammonds!
Hammond! The Hammond.